responded to the prophet's concerns. I just want to say this. I've seen a lot over the years in this country, from the time of General Champon to Liman, President Liman, and then 79, June 4th, let the blood flow, and the 8 generals that were killed just opposite here. I personally don't believe that they were guilty for their lives to be taken, but it looks like some demons came into this country, entered very nice, God-fearing Ghanaians, and we lost it, and we started crying, let the blood flow. And innocent people have died, and their children and grandchildren are still living with the scars of what was done to their fathers and grandfathers. I will say this to all the prophets. Your role is very, very, very critical, not just in the election year, but in helping to guide leaders, political leaders, and the country. I must say this, that to guide all of you, let the good of Ghana be above loyalty to any political party. People have always asked me, you, what political party do you belong to? Because sometimes they say I'm NDC, then sometimes they say I'm MPP. They said I was MPP because I was on the National Cathedral. And it was one of the reasons why I delayed stepping down after a while when I had some concerns. And one of the reasons why I left is because I believe that if I'm in a place and I can't make a difference, then it's better I live quietly so I don't become an enemy. I don't like fighting people, you know. So I'm a CPP over the years because that is my father's party. But after Liman, my party hasn't won elections. So it is what it is. But I must say this, that let the prophets be guided by the good of Ghana. The good of Ghana. Whatever prophetic word or whatever revelation you have, and realize that prophecies are subject to change. And no prophecy is absolute. No prophecy is absolute. That every prophecy is conditional. Moses changed the mind of God when God said to Moses, I'll kill these people. And Moses said, no, you can't kill them. And the Bible said God changed his mind. God said he was going to wipe out Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham stood in the gap, pleaded from 50 righteous to 10 righteous. And then Elijah said to King Hezekiah, that says the Lord, set your house in order, you die. And the Bible said that the king turned to the wall, not to the prophet, and pleaded with God. And God gave him 15 more years and told the prophet, go back and tell him he will live 15 more years. So every prophecy is conditional. And I think that is an arrogance and pride when any one of us thinks that if we say something or see something, it has to come to pass because we said it. It's a form of arrogance and pride, and it's also a form of witchcraft. Nobody has absolute when it comes to prophecy. They are all conditional. And so we should be very, very careful that we don't allow our reputation to override the good of a country. This is the only country we have. And so I want to say to all the prophets and men and women of God here, we do not question your integrity or your giftings or your callings. But my advice to you is, let the good of country guide the interpretation of your prophecies. Number 2, it's not about winning. It's not about winning, but it's how you win. It's not about winning, but it's how you win. And thirdly, it's what happened after you have won. Look at Nigeria. Look at Kenya. Look at South Africa. So the issue is not about winning, but it's what happens after you've won. That is what we have to look at, because there are implications, serious implications, when it comes to the destiny of a country involving children, yet unborn, mothers, fathers. It's not about party. So for once, let our loyalty be for the good of country and not to our party. Because there is no party will exist in this country if anything goes wrong with this nation. So please, let's protect the interest. No prophet can prophesy in this country. If anything, if there is an outcome with this election that leads to violence, bloodshed, and any kind of civil uprising, no prophet can prophesy everything and see everything. We see in parts, we prophesy in parts. Because I've seen and I've heard prophecies that came about outcome of election in other countries, but they could not tell what was going to happen after whatever party won. So we must keep that in mind, that it's not just about winning, it's about how you win. And if you don't win the right way, respecting the vote, the decision of the people, and any decision and anything is done to sabotage and undermine the right and the vote of the people, there will be serious implication. And it will not just be on you, but it will be on your children and your children's children's children and generations to come. So if you love your children, you love your grandchildren, you love your family, and you love this country, let everyone respect the vote and the right of the people of Ghana. And lastly, to the prophets, realize that God can say one thing, but the people can also reject the will of God. And that doesn't mean you're a false prophet. Keep that in mind. The people can reject the will of God. They can choose to vote for somebody else against whom God was. And that is the will of man. That's why Adam could do what he did. God said, Adam, don't eat the fruit of the tree, but he did it against the will of God. So the fact that you may prophesy and it doesn't make you a false prophet, because the people can choose to vote for anybody they will, because they have the free will